What is going on, guys? Nick here again today. Back to another video. Today it's going to be the tight end rankings. I believe I've ranked in 3 tiers. It's probably going to be roughly around the top 15. But tier 1 is what I have for you right here. Gronk, Graham, Kelsey, Daniels. Not definitely in that order. I'll show you in a second. But these are the clear-cut, the first tier guys. Gronk's basically, if you want him, you're going to have to take him in the first round, early second round, which I don't advise, to be completely honest. Even if he has a year like last year, if you look at the numbers, it really wasn't, I'm not going to say it wasn't good, but it wasn't good enough to warrant a first-round pick. And you'd have to duplicate that, stay healthy all year, and I just don't see that happening. I mean, he's been injured way too many times, and I mean, you're gonna be happy the weeks he gets you, 80 and a touchdown. But you know what? Owen Daniels might do that, and you can get him like 6 rounds later. With your first round pick, you need to kill it. You need to grab Antonio Brown, Demaryius Thomas, Dez. You gotta grab one of these guys who are gonna be good week in, week out, and have less of an injury history. Because you know what? If you grab Gronk and with your first pick, and he goes out week 4, you just lost your first round pick. You don't want to grab injury-prone guys if your first-round pick, and that's where you have to take Gronk. He's not that much better than everyone else, so I don't advise it. But if you do, you're going to have to take him late first, early second round. He's clear-cut number 1. Number 2 is Graham, which I definitely don't advise ever grabbing him. You're going to have to take him in the 3rd round. New offense. They threw the least amount of times in the league last year. They're probably going to throw the least amount of times again this year. He's going to be blocking a ton. He's not going to get yards at all. I hate him this year. Next I have is Owen Daniels, and a lot of people have Kelsey in this spot, but with Benjamin going down with the injury and Futchness as their number 1 wide receiver, I mean, you look at the wide receivers, there's nothing. So he's going to get the ball a lot. I see 1,000 yards, probably 8 touchdowns from him, and you can get him in like the 6th round. So I love that pick. Next is Kelsey, just because he has so much upside. That offense is getting a lot better. And he just looks great. I mean, the yards after the catch is incredible with him. He's basically like a mini Gronk. I mean, if you want a guy that's got the potential to put up Gronk numbers, and you can grab him in the 7th round, do it. Then that's him. I advise waiting on these guys. I'm going to pull up in a second because I like taking a ton of running backs and wide receivers, basically all until like the 9th round. Then maybe 9, 10 go quarterback, and maybe around 12, 13 grab my tight end because they're basically all the same, which I'll talk about in 1 second. Actually, no, I'll talk about it right now. I'll pull up tight end 2s here, and basically the difference is like 1 a week. And by that I mean if you grab a top end tier 2 tight end, you grab we'll just talk about the first guy, Martellus Bennett. Really, the difference between Martellus Bennett and a guy in my tier 3 is going to be like Martellus getting 70 yards and this other guy getting 50 yards. And that's 2 points. And if you look at it and you're driving Martellus in the 8th round and this guy in the 12th round, is that 4-round difference really worth 2 points? Where you could have drafted Matt Jones, Artis Payne, a backup to one of your running backs, basically who those guys are, John Brown. You can grab these sleeper picks that have the potential at their position, if something were to happen, or even with John Brown, just has the potential anyways, to be in the top 15, to be in the top 20. And these guys, these tight ends, it really doesn't matter which one you grab. They're all basically the same. 1 week they're going to get you 2 for 25. The next week they're going to get you 3 for 50 and a touchdown. So if you're not grabbing Gronk, basically just wait. Just wait until the end. Unless you want like Olsen or Kelsey, I can see those guys. They're great value in like the 6th round. But I don't know. Don't grab the tier 2 guys because you're going to have to wait until like the 8th round. And then you're just not getting that top tier production. But who I have here, Martellus Bennett, Delaney Walker, Jordan Cameron, and Jason Witten. I would say in that order. So Bennett ends up being 5, Delaney Walker 6, Jordan Cameron 7, and Witten 8. I really don't like Witten that much this year, but he's gonna get the ball basically like every year. But it's just like at this spot, I mean, Witten's basically gonna get you like 4 catches for 50 yards. It's 5 points. Spend a higher pick on a wide receiver that could break out instead of taking Witten over a guy like Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who I'm going to show next, who, you know what, he might get 40 yards, but it's 1 point, and it's not worth taking him higher. I like Delanie Walker this year, so if he falls to you, and again, this isn't even ADP, this is my ranking, so Delanie Walker might be a 12th rounder, but I have him ranked 6th because I like his talent this year. So just basically what I'm trying to say, these are the rankings, so these are the way I would pick them, but it's just not worth picking some of these guys and reaching for them. I wouldn't take a tight end before my quarterback, unless I'm taking Gronk, of course, because he maybe fell to me in the end of the 2nd round. But I wouldn't take him before my quarterback, and I'm taking quarterback in like the 10th round. So I'm waiting until like 11th round, and you can get Delanie Walker in the 11th round. And you can get these guys, the tier 3 I have. I mean, Owen Daniels, new offense. I love him with Peyton Manning. I mean, he's replacing Julius Thomas. I mean, look how good he did. And Julius Thomas really isn't that good. I mean, you're going to see it on the Jags this year. He's not that good. He's very touchdown dependent. And Owen Daniels can catch touchdowns too, so I love him this year. Dwayne Allen, I mean, he's pretty touchdown dependent as well, but he's on a great offense too. Ertz, you hear the hype every year, so I don't really know. Ertz is a great talent, but he's hyped up every year. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins guy I fall with a lot. I end up getting, we'll say that, a lot in the drafts that I've been doing. I mean, he's got a rookie quarterback who's decent. The guy's like 10 feet tall. I mean, he's not 10 feet tall. He's like 6'6", 6'7", but he's huge. And when they get in the red zone, they're going to have Mike Evans, they have Vincent Jackson, and they're going to have him. I mean, he's just going to have to throw the ball up, and one of them's going to come down with it. So I see a decent amount of touchdowns for him and a good amount of yards because rookie quarterbacks love to throw to their tight ends. And this guy's a great talent. So I like him. I like everyone on this list too, and I'd suggest going with this tier instead of the tier I just showed, because you can get these guys with your like 2nd to last round pick. And it's so much better value than reaching. It's honestly better value than taking Daniels in like the 5th. Taking Austin Seferian-Jenkins in the 12th is better because you can take those early picks and take flyers at the wide receiver and running back position where you just give that up with a guy that you know is probably going to get you like 60 and a touchdown, which is good. You got your 13 points. But if Austin Seferian-Jenkins will get me 8 points, you know what? I'll take that 7 rounds later because I can take another guy that's going to be a lot better at the wide receiver or running back position. I can get depth. I can get guys that could break out later, and that's what's going to win you your leagues. The tight end is not going to win you your league. Owen Daniels will not win you your league. Austin Seferian-Jenkins could, because he could put up similar numbers, not as good, but similar, 7 rounds later. Same with Owen Daniels. So take these guys later. Don't reach on tight ends. And that's all I have for you today. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and that's it.